Guys, you know what, I keep saying this, but we are actually getting really fucking close. As you can see, the car is on the hoist. I'm at the workshop now, and check out some of the array of things to go on the car. No, they're not actually AP Racing brakes, but there's also quite a custom, cool, big brake upgrade I'm gonna retrofit to this, so stay tuned for that. You know, clutch, all these miscellaneous things. Plenty of stuff. You know, as you can see, got my list here. It's actually not too bad. It's gotten a lot smaller. I've been checking off a lot of these at home. But you know, there's some of the things left to do. Nothing that crazy. Alright guys, so if you have missed all my videos and been living under a rock, which I sincerely hope not, I've got a bit of a upgrade to do. So I've got an 06 STI Dccd 6-speed, which is in really good nick. The matching R180, which I've done if I don't mind saying myself, quite a nice paint job on. We've got the tail shaft for it, obviously. Got the shafts, so I don't know, they should be fine for this. This came off a Forester, a later model one, but it should still be right. And then a shitload of other stuff on top of all that stuff. So anyway, let's go have a look under the car and show you guys what we're going to be doing. All right, so I guess starting at the front, you'll have also probably seen my oil cooler setup. Equal length header is on. Looks very nice. Just got to put like the thermostat and the bottom rad hose. I'm kind of leaving the rad out until the last minute just in case I need to, for some reason, pull it out and access something. So the steering rack will be changing. We'll be pulling this 5-speed box out. This is out of an 07 WRX. So if I haven't already sold it and anyone's interested in doing like a 5-speed swap for their Subi, I'm going to be selling the whole 5-speed drivetrain. It's in really good condition. And yeah, obviously new tail shaft, and we'll put the R180 in. Hopefully the rear shafts, there's no problems. I'll be keeping the rear brakes for now. Yeah, I'll probably pull the exhaust off as well and give that a coat of like black flameproof paint, just to clean it up a bit. I don't know, we'll see how ambitious I'm feeling. So today I'm by myself, so I'm going to try and pull the box out and do whatever I can in preparation for tomorrow when Brett comes. He's going to help me put it all in. So the goal is to get the driveline in and finish off any odds and ends. I'm just going to make like a dump pipe and a screamer pipe. Finish off a few little things, check fluids, change plugs. Then when my parts come finally, I can make a engine pre-oiler, which I'll do another video on. Get all the oil circulated through the motor, through all the bearings. And then, you know, preliminary checks, ECU's in, all the wiring's done. I'm pretty sure there's going to be plenty more videos doing this up, and let's get into it. Alright, so first things first, gloves. Very good when playing with diff oil and gearbox oil, any oil really. Going to go through and drain all the fluids out of diff, gearbox, engine doesn't have anything in it obviously. So yeah, I'll drain them out, let them drain. So for those of you who don't know, you don't actually need a special square socket or tool to get these drain plugs open. Just use your regular 1/2-inch ratchet or breaker bar, that fits in there and works perfectly. Should probably get the bucket. Okay, so I was on a roll. Well, actually not really, I just did the diff, but fucking Subaru, seriously, why would you put such a friggin' odd size socket? So I've just literally been running around for the last half an hour. I swear I had a kit that I specially bought, especially for that, but I cannot friggin' find it. Holy shit, I'm pissed off. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get it off of the vices, And then once it's off, I'm gonna actually weld a freaking nut on it. Seriously. Alright, fuck this. Vice grips, no go. I'm gonna actually cut 2 flats on this. Hopefully get a 22, 25mm spanner on that and fucking undo it. And once it's out, I'll put something decent on it to make it undoable again in the future. Alright, let's see if this wants to play ball. Woo! There we go. Alright, so next thing, as you can see I've already dropped the exhaust off, that's the easy stuff. Got your tail shaft rear uni joint bolts where it goes to the diff mating flange. So these are both 12mm. They're actually really small bolts. They only look like M8, which is, well, it's obviously enough, but seems a wee bit light on. So I always like to have a spanner on this side and the other side. Some people jam like a screwdriver through the uni or something. You can do that if you're careful, and disturbingly they don't even seem to be a lock nut. So I might have to actually try and get some good cone lock nuts for these, because you don't want them coming undone. Alright, so tail shaft's undone. Just a matter of buzzing this cover off now. Alright, so I'll just do the center carrier bearing bracket, whatever you want to call it, retainer holder. Okay, that'll hang there for a sec. It actually looks like Subaru have designed it so that actually no they haven't. I don't know why they've put an open slot on one side of these. It looks like it was designed to slot on from the back, but the bolt actually doesn't fit through the opening. Alright, last bolt out of here. And it just pulls out the back of the box like that. Alright, so you can see up in here now, this is the output shaft of the gearbox, and you see the shifter linkages here. That's where the shifter sits. That is the rear shifter bushing, which you probably hear a lot of people talking about changing. I've actually got one to go in. I've got a full cartboy short shifter, the whole shebang for the new 6-speed. And there you can see the drivetrain, there's the diff flange. So I just got word that Andrew and Ben are coming to say hi today, so with a bit of luck we might be able to pull that box out, we'll get that diff out, get the axles out, basically get it all stripped out so we can put the new clutch in, whack the box in. Then as soon as the box is in, I'll do a dump pipe so I know that it clears the box, because it is actually a bit bigger, and then just work my way back, do some things throughout the car, tear off some of those to-do stickers, and yeah. Alright, so as you can see I've got the wheels off. So what I'm going to do is leave the shaft or the CV attached to the hub, but I'm going to pull it out of the box. So depending on your car, some of them have like a female end on the box side with a little pin that goes through. Mine are just the male to male, they just pop out of the box with a little bit of pressure. So what I'm going to do, because I've got to change the rack anyway, we're going to take this pin off here, and we're going to take this castle nut off where the tie rod end comes onto the hub. There we go, one, let's put it there. So now I can undo that castle nut, that tie rod will just pop out. And then next thing I'm going to do, hopefully you can see on the camera, is undo this nut that holds the bottom of the hub to the ball joint. As you can see, I've also got the Super Pro bump steer correction kit, so that gives you tie rod and also the ball joint. So I recommend getting them, especially if your car's lowered. I want to completely remove that. And now that control arm will be able to push down like so. Now this hub can move freely. So if you're having trouble with this, you might also want to disconnect the sway bar. I'm going to see how I go. I'll go to the other side now, and then hopefully you'll just be able to pull those shafts out and leave them hanging there. Alright, so in my box's case, these shafts will just pop out. There we go, like so. I can now pull the hub out of the way and that will drop out. And just like that, that can just hang there, and same on the other side. So we got some spectators, Benny, Andy. So I've just disconnected the shifter. So it's just a matter of, I'm pretty sure this is right, it's been quite a while since I've worked on this car. Just disconnected this one here, and then this one here, that just pops off the side. So that's all loose. Just a matter of now doing the bell housing bolts that I've left. I think I've only put half of them in because this was coming out anyway. Yeah, one through the starter and one on the bottom, and then just the mounts. Then we'll put a trolley under it, lift the car up, and then it should be it. Alright, so I better also mention you got to disconnect your, I can't even remember the name, what's it called?
Bar thing.
Yeah, bar thing with bushes.
The fore aft mount. What is it, like a torsion bar or something?
Yeah, it's pitch stop, that's it. Got to disconnect your pitch stop mount. As you can see, I've got a nice anodized red Perrin one, very nice. Yeah, obviously all the bolts around here, take your starter out, because one or two of the bolts go through the starter. Looks like I'm going to have to take my external gate off to get that bolt out. Well, it might be alright actually, we'll see. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to do the deed. Alright, so this is our gearbox removal jig. This is the easiest way to do it, I've found. If you've got a hoist, I honestly probably wouldn't attempt it if I was not on a hoist, unless it was absolute must do. So I got the trolley. Idea is we'll drop the car down, gearbox resting on the trolley. There's only a couple of bolts left to undo on the braces here, or the mounts. And yeah, it's just a matter of then supporting all the weight on the trolley, and then kind of wiggle the box back and then lift the car up, and it should be as easy as that. So I'll leave the camera running for you guys to see if it actually is as easy as I made it sound. Alright guys, there you have it. She's out. So there's the old flywheel that we just mocked up purely for transport down to the workshop here. I've got that nice new twin plate to put on. I might do that today. See how ambitious I feel. So, for sale, action. Alright guys, so here is the clutch I'm going to be running behind the 6-speed, well in front of the 6-speed, behind the motor. Comp clutch, twin plate, twin organic. This thing looks pretty sexy. I've actually literally only just opened it like this and had a quick look. So I'm going to take it apart and we'll eventually install it on the car. And I figured I may as well run you guys through it while I've got it out. So as you can see, got the flywheel. It's called a basket really because the plates sit inside. And the good thing about this one compared to my ute, if you guys have heard it, this one won't rattle because it's got these, by the looks of it, spring steel tensioners that basically, well the thing that rattles is when you push your foot on the clutch, when the plates get loose and the center steel, which you can see this solid bit of steel there, or intermediate plate as some people call, when you've depressed the clutch, all that rattles around because it's loose. So we shouldn't have any of that, which will be good for a nice cruiser, because it is kind of obnoxious, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right.
But then you can't hear any of the other noises that you probably should hear.
I don't want to hear them though. Alright guys, so this is how the comp clutch setup is. So as you can see, we've got the top plate, so that's where your knife edge is that your fingers pivot off. So they basically pivot on that knife edge. Got your top or second disc, and we've got the intermediate plate or middle steel. But the good thing is it looks like this stays as one unit, obviously when you push it from the clutch. Yeah, so normally like on my full race spec twin plate on my ute, you basically pull the top cover off. I'll put a photo on for those of you guys who don't know it. But you basically pull the cover off, so starting at the bottom you got your clutch plate, then your center steel, then another clutch plate, and then your top steel, and then your top plate. But this, and I guess it makes install a lot easier too, you've just got this whole section.
When you release the pressure plate through here, it loosens the whole stack, but these springs keep that part of the assembly slightly together and preloaded so that it doesn't rattle around, and then all
It'd
the
be interesting if it has a
here.
slight rattle. So actually, I know Andrew's Evo twin plate, it doesn't rattle like mine, but you can slightly hear it. So I reckon it'll be like that.
Probably depends how.
Which is better than
heavy that preload spring is.
Yeah. So there's a quick look at the comp clutch. Twin plate organic is definitely the way to go for a beastly street-driven car. So another thing, I guess, I'm hoping that my starter motor.
Hey, you're not crazy.
Where the fuck did you find that?
It's in your socket set, bro.
You're joking.
Right where you least expected it.
So I put it in a safe place, and it's obviously too safe for my.
Shall we see if it's
too safe for my brain? I have a feeling it is the right one.
Oh, it's on me.
Oh bullshit. Okay, so there you go. Buy the right socket.
You bought the right socket.
I just bought the right socket.
Just put it somewhere where you remember. Maybe with all your other sockets.
Look, don't worry. As soon as I butchered that, I went and bought another one on eBay. So it's all good. Why do you always do that to me, Ben?
Hey, at least you know for next time.
There won't be a next time. I'm pretty sure the new box has a square.
Yeah, probably.
A half-inch square one.
Do you know where you put that?
It's just your ratchet.
Pretty good.
Hey, think you can teach me shit? You taught me enough. My mind's full.
Every time you learn something new, it pushes something old out. So careful what you learn.
Yeah, well, that's why I've lost this. It's all because of you.